All right. So where we left off, we were at the town of Chris.
Something.
Yeah, I swear, I appreciate that they have in D&D Beyond, they got the actors to like sound out every monster, but
Mhm.
would it kill them to have maybe somebody just do it on some of these like people's names or locations?
It'd be useful.
It's
It
like
looks
the
like a
guy that
Klingon
did the
word.
Kresk.
Drisk, he made it. He said, "Oh, but sometimes when they write up some of these names, this is, and they can't, they're doing the audiobooks. People come and ask, well, how do you pronounce this? Your guess is as good as mine."
It's a fantasy pronunciation. Try reading
Pronounce
something in
it
straight up
how you
English. There's so many
think.
sections.
Pronounce it how you think people want to hear it pronounced.
Either that or pronounce it how you don't think it's supposed to be pronounced.
Mm.
It honestly looks like a Klingon wrote it. So that's how I'm going to pronounce it.
I just found how to pronounce here. It seems like it's a real word, and it's Kresk. Kresk.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Close.
There's like how to pronounce Strahd, Von Zarovich, how to pronounce all these Ravenloft, how to pronounce things. That's funny. Sorry.
Oh, that's fair.
Rabbit hole.
Oh, so much so. Well, I think the thing that has it going for it is they definitely were going for a standard Eastern European type with a lot of their things, which makes it a little easier because you could see these being very close, if not, something from there.
Oh, for sure.
So you guys are here, and as I was saying, you're at this sort of road junction right about here is where we left off last time, and now that you have the map, you can sort of more clearly see that going north up there's the city, as we were saying, and then beyond that is the mountains there, and there's that stone abbey and the tome of a bell coming from that there. You
Well, we know we're
also,
going there.
yeah, and if you continued on the road, of course you realize that you'd be going into the mists there.
How long did it take us to get? Was it just hours, not days?
Yeah, no, you made the trip in a single day, but it has been
Wondering if
several hours.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we had rested after the Wicker Man fight or not.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, the Wicker. No, you had done after the Wicker Man, and you had done after that, but you guys had the fight
dire
with the
wolves?
dire wolves.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
Surprise wolves.
Yeah. Random encounter wolves. Okay.
All right, so I take it you're probably going up north, following the road to the gatehouse.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
Um,
I assume that's how I want to enter.
Well, technically, if you're looking around here, it is kind of the only way that you could, in theory, enter. I mean, you could go around, but you don't know that. And on top of it, it's pretty clear that everything is guarded. As you approach on the road, that becomes clearer and clearer, because as you had noticed that there is this wall, and there's parapets, and very clear here as you're approaching the walled settlement. It's the air is growing cooler. There are two stone towers with peaked roofs that flank a stone archway, which is set into a pair of 12-foot tall iron bound wooden doors, and carved into the arch above the doors is the name Krusk. The wall that extends from this gatehouse is around 20 feet tall. Along the parapet, you can clearly see 4 figures as you get closer that are wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They are watching you nervously. You can tell that this is designed with definite defense in mind. You're looking and seeing, that there's arrow slits into the tower. It's pretty much encircling this whole area there. You imagine that there's more guards and things like that patrolling and keeping a watchful eye out.
It was in the last town we were in where they said they often had wolf attacks, right?
Yes, that is one of the
Yeah,
things
so,
that was mentioned in the previous town.
yeah, so I'm just trying to think of reasons it would be so heavily defended other than bandits. This is
It's
very heavy defense for a town.
it's Barovia.
Yeah, it is
I
also.
feel- I'm
but
just like, yeah,
Barovia.
that makes sense. Let's go.
Barovia.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I found just like a giant werewolf that could eat the sun, I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's go up.
All right. And as you get closer, again, it becomes very clear that these are looking like they are some thick, heavy doors here. They're not anything that'd be a pushover. This is definitely built with to try and defend against a siege.
So does this town have like some reason why it would be besieged?
That's what I'm thinking as well.
It's like a pretty awful place. It's
Mm.
the
Like
thing,
the
right?
last,
Maybe there's something about it that makes like wolves
Yeah.
show up or
yeah,
whatever.
the last town wasn't this heavily defended, was it?
There's also
Yeah,
we know the
Valaki,
abbey's here, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some riches.
What are we doing on
Yeah,
the
treasure.
abbey?
Treasure.
Could be treasure.
Treasure?
We're looking
That's the
for
magic word.
Yeah. So we're looking for Vistani Wanderer in the abbey.
The magic word isn't please or thank you, it's treasure.
Or maybe beer. We are still bringing the beer from the no, the wine from the winery, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that counts. That definitely counts as treasure.
All right. Well, let's see. Let's see what happens when we approach them, if they're easily convincible to let us in or not.
And if they're not, maybe we can maybe we can besiege the city.
You knew.
Who's our face here?
Are any of us face material?
I'm not pretty enough for that.
Who's the charisma?
Nope. No paladin, no sorcerer, no warlock, no bard.
No.
We're hooped.
No.
Boy.
So I'm at zero.
I
I'm a
guess
standard
Van
0,
would.
so
Van
Yeah,
would have
My
plus
charisma is
two.
-1.
I'm +0.
Yeah,
Plus
I guess,
one.
I guess
But come on, people.
yeah.
That cannot win it for us. Seriously.
Yeah, Van would can take the lead here then.
Plus you're the noble background, right?
Yes.
So maybe that'll play in our advantage.
Yeah, you got
Maybe-
persuasion.
Maybe the abbey gets its wine from the wizards as well, and
Mm.
we can come let them know that
Yeah.
the hooch is flowing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
We are bringing wine with us, right? To
I had a
take
note
to
that
this
said-
town.
Yeah.
But we have to tell the highest person in charge, not these guards. So they
Tell them what?
that we'd have to tell them that the wine is flowing, but not to these guys. These are just
well-
peons.
Well, to these,
How
we can
dare
still tell them we're bringing wine.
Yeah, I mean, we would have probably a cart that we're pulling, right?
Oh, do we have a cart on us?
I thought.
Well, that's
probably.
the only way, really, that you guys would be able to transport the wine.
Oh,
I
right.
thought Gotham was pulling this cart.
Oh, that's right. That's what I was doing.
It's not like you guys all have portable holes on you.
Well, I do have the floating disc, but it only lasts for an hour.
Yeah, you'd be there. Correction for you. No, you're reading. The abbey is not the location of one of the treasures.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
The note that I have says a woman is looking for her mentor.
Okay.
That's what we got from the
Yeah.
seer.
For
Right,
me,
because
I've
remember
got. Okay,
the
I've
first
got the
three
note.
cards.
Sorry.
First,
yeah.
for first three cards were the treasures, the tome, the holy symbol of Ravenkind, the sun sword. The fourth card, Strahd's enemy. The fifth card was Strahd. Just to refresh.
Okay. I'm just gonna say what I have in my notes here. We've got the mist card, which means will help us in battle. Vistani is wandering. Seek her at the Saint Margola Abbey. That's just what I got written down.
Mm-hmm.
But just to be clear, that's not a treasure. That's an ally, possibly.
Right, but that's why we're here.
It's a goal.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just to make sure, but I didn't want you guys to okay, where's the magic item?
Yeah.
Magic.
Okay.
Where's the magic?
Okay. Let's head to the gate.
So the story before we get there, I'm like, we are posing as not explorers, just deliverers of wine, yeah?
Heavily
I
armed.
mean, at the
deliverers of wine.
moment, we're deliverers of wine.
We're
Cool.
for hire.
Technically it's not a lie. All right, let's do it.
And we can tell them we took a couple wolves on the road. I'm sure they'll appreciate that.
So they didn't put the smart ones at the front gates.
They never look when we show up. The smart ones are never at the gate.
AKA we're
Because
not the
we're
smart
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
because we're there to be the dumb ones.
Lower in the IQ in every room you enter.
Wait
The
a
ritual.
minute.
We have gotten the first negative IQ result in history.
Okay, so you guys you are heading up to the the gatehouse. You get there, it is shut and things like that. One of you, I take it, is attempting to get the attention of one of the guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You pretty easy to do because they kind of had their eye on you. Say yes.
Greetings. We're here delivering some wine, as you can see. Do we know which inn we're supposed to deliver this to? That just occurred to me.
No, you just had. This is more of as far as you're aware, you don't have an inn for here.
Whoever the boss is, we'd probably deliver to them.
The
yeah, you just
Burgermeister.
mentioned yeah.
Oh, is it the burger guy?
The burger.
They all have
Oh, yeah,
burgers.
the
this
Burger
town.
King. We're delivering it to the Burger King.
Something that blew my mind when I was in Germany. Burgermeister equals mayor. Who knew? Sorry.
Hmm.
I just thought it was a funny word. No, it's just the mayor. But still a funny word. Here
Still a funny word.
we go.
So
Funny word.
you guys make your, just wait and just for it in short order. There, somebody appears, along the wall there, who is clearly not one of the guards. Definitely, you would guess is that he is either a noble or an official of some sort based on his dress and manner, and especially how clearly the guards that you do see there are treating him. And
Maybe he's the Burger King.
so he calls down to you and goes, yes, I Burgomaster Dmitry Kondrysyevos.
What's up?
Not a game for guys like me who cannot pronounce stuff. Starting to understand why sometimes I prefer modern games.
Dmitry Kreskov.
Kreskov, the name of the city.
Of the Kreskov?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're asking this guy where we should bring the stuff.
And he goes, he's very wary at first. He goes, oh wait, gee, so you have the wine from the Wizards of Winery?
Oh yes,
Yes.
straight from
It's
there.
very heavy too.
All right. Very good. If you've just come to make a delivery, we can go in. I will send some men and we can unload your cart, and you can be on your way.
Well, could we look around?
May we spend the night as we have just been assaulted by wolves? Can we look around? Can we just poke around your stuff?
We are the wine tourists.
Yeah.
We
There-
just
yeah.
been set upon. We'd like to spend the night to lick our wounds.
He goes, well, there is no inns or taverns in this town. You should know if you're making a delivery.
We have money.
That explains it.
You say something
Yeah.
along the lines of, yeah, like, do you have an empty cottage or a just a room in the abbey we could use or something?
Could rent out a
We can
shack.
pay.
Okay. You see his eyes flicker at the mention of the Abbey. So maybe you guys are going about this the wrong way, and you think, since your ultimate goal is actually just the Abbey, why don't you?
Could we stay at the Abbey?
I heard there are some thirsty monks up there. We could,
That is the concern of the abbot.
Should we go ask him?
see if we can trade some. Huh?
We're all Strahd-fearing men here.
I just love it. You guys now you're playing it like let's be reserved and things like that instead of being.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
When
Okay.
our bad plan doesn't work, that's when we shift to the good plan.
Well, he goes, I suppose if you want to go see the Abbey, we could make that arrangement.
So,
Then
do we
yes,
have to
that.
always spend the night here, or
There is no place for you to spend the night
okay?
here. You'd have to go into the into the Abbey, and he's clearly reluctant to let visitors stay in his town one way or the other. If anybody wants to give me an insight,
Ooh, I have
or
+7. I'll do it.
Yes.
Yeah, you do that.
Come on, 1. No, 14.
Rick's can clearly tell that he is trying to hide something. He's pretty distraught, so he's not there. But I mean, and you guys are not the normal delivery folks on top of that, so
Yeah, the other guys were killed by wolves, and so were we almost. Wolves and the things.
Other
There's no
manner
more.
of nasty
There's no more.
stuff.
There's no more. We killed the tree. It's good.
Big tree dead.
No, we just didn't kill it. We blew it up.
Maybe don't mention blowing
Oh,
things up in front of the
he might
manager
like the
worm letters
tree.
in the building.
Yeah, you might have liked the tree. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, they'll open up the doors and they'll let you come in. They direct you to the Burgermeister's home, and that's where they'll be offloading the wine cartridges and stored there.
Kind of tempted to just do the classic adventurer thing and ask if there's anything we can take care of.
Well, that was the wine, and he's grateful for you for doing that.
Do we want to prod his distraughtness? Since you saw that.
I'll just put my arm around him. Are you okay, man? Is everything? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
We're dumb, but we're not that dumb.
No, as we walk around town, do we see anything out of the ordinary, or well, as we're walking towards the Burgermeister's home, is there something that's striking us as odd, or are people obviously people are looking at us weird, but we're used to that. But like, is there, hanging people, wolf skins, head, blood on walls, that kind of stuff?
Well, the thing is that you will notice is that most of these places here are just commoners cottages. They are maybe 200 square feet, you know, there each cottage is apparently looks like it has a small graveyard where family members are interned. Behind it, there's besides the cottage, there's pens for pigs, hares, and maybe chickens, depending on what. The Burgermeister's cottage is the largest building in the town, so it's easy to tell which is there, but it's still a very modest dwelling by comparison that's there. Um,
And I'm
Uh,
assuming we see the giant abbey above looming in all its splendor.
Yeah, so the Burgermeister will leave you to it, and you can some of the villagers are helping to unload the wine and things like that, and you can probably talk to them if you'd like to do so.
Yeah, I'll just ask them why the town is buttoned up so tight.
Oh, they that's he says, well, did we not hear you say you were attacked by wolves? I mean, oh, we fear the wolves, the dire wolves, and the werewolves especially.
What?
Werewolves.
That's
Seen any
just
of them
myth.
recently?
We haven't seen recently, but it happens. That mind you, they say it's good to see. We were worried about the delivery for the wine. It's usually about once a month, but yeah, we're getting that. Nothing new. Mostly stuff you already know. They talk to you about it there. You find out that the Burgermeister has recently lost his 14-year-old son, Iliad, to illness. That was the last of the 4 children they had. You also find that there's a pool at the north end of the village that provides fresh water throughout the year. Next to the pools, their ancestors built a shrine to the Morning Lord in a gazebo. It's known as the Shrine of the White Sun. The
Okay.
Abbey is probably, I think you guys are going to ask after that. You get some information there. As they pointed out, yes, the Abbey of Saint Markovich is named after a priest who took a stand. Who was a priest of the Morning Lord who took a stand against the devil Thrad. After a fierce uprising, Markovich and her most loyal followers stormed Castle Ravenloft, only to be destroyed. The abbey was once a hospital and a convent, but it fell on hard times after the land was swallowed up by the mists. Some of the clergy fell prey to Strahd, while others went mad, and yet others starved themselves to death or turned to cannibalism, it said.
Oh.
The head of the abbey is simply called the abbot. They arrived a century ago, and they haven't aged a day since.
Oh, good.
They
Sus.
he occasionally visits the Shrine of the White Sun, doesn't talk much, and he demands tribute in the form of wine.
Mhm.
And you
Human
hear
Have
some
you
wine.
guys ever tried not giving him wine before? What happened if you did? What happened then?
Nobody would be that foolish. As nobody from the abbey, village visits the abbey anymore. The bells ring at odd times, day and night, and the place seems to be filled with baneful screams and horrible inhuman laughter that can be heard throughout the village.
What?
Nobody knows the abbot's true name or where he's from. In fact, you hear some mutter that they think he's a servant of Strahd or the vampire in disguise himself.
All right, boys, sounds like fun. Let's go.
Jesus.
What the hell's going on up there?
Storm the abbey or sneak in?
No problem that someone else sets up can get us into worse trouble than what we can do to ourselves.
But
I can send the Raven for a flyby, have him do a lap of the Abbey, and see if there's anything going on outside. See what the state of the building is.
Okay. Well, you first off, you'll have to let's see, go up a bit, so you go past there's a winding road, switchback road that hugs the cliff side, covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock.
Do we go by the? Sorry, would we have gone by the lake in that gazebo on our way up?
No, that is. Give me a second here. That's here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Well,
the
I
burger.
guess the path kind of crests it a bit.
Yeah, and most likely you'd be going like this is the gatehouse here, right? So you're going to be going up here. You know, you've got the Burgermeister's house. Then if you're first following the path, you know, especially if you're heading towards the Abbey, it's this way, right? And this
Yeah.
is on the winding road.
okay. So we're doing this?
I guess.
Yeah.
Nothing nice up there, but sure.
They
Yeah.
already took the wine, right? I'm not carrying that anymore.
No.
Yeah, so can we
Well, that was in the cart. I mean, some of the wine, right? If you wanted,
yeah.
you still have some available.
Could we say we were
Oh.
gonna go make the
Bring it-
delivery up north to the Abbey or into the
Yeah.
Abbey because obviously we're late and they have to give it, so we might as well go deliver it for them.
Sure. Let me just, for the moment, have to laugh because here's the thing. If you guys had just said, hey, listen here, we kind of deal. We're delivering the wine on the agreement that we go to the Abbey. It would have been like, oh yeah, whatever. Go ahead. That's all I had.
We're not that perceptive.
I know.
We'll
We're
stumble
not
into
that
it.
good at.
It's like sometimes if you just been brutally honest, it's like this is the one time. It's like boom, no problem. Go ahead. Try and come up with another reason. Yeah, okay, give us the wine. Go. Get lost. It's now okay. You're going to give us the wine, and because you to get to the Abbey. Sure. Okay, deal. Let's go.
You want to go where? Yeah, sure, do it. You do you, guy.
All right. Actually, this is kind of funny. Second. Okay, so I'm guessing. Trying to see. Okay. So it's the Abbey directly, pretty much, that you're going to go, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If we see that there's the suspicious stuff is up in the Abbey, we're not gonna pester the people in the town.
All right. Here is as I said, there's this pathway from here up. And then, I mean, what you can do actually, I'm reading the map properly, is that you go something. I think.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, there's a meandering roll. I mean, unless you get off and then you want to uh go, basically off the beaten trail, right? Mind you, it is an elevation of about 100 feet off the road, right? So it's a good climb. It tired you out. Keep in mind, some of you guys have taken damage.
Yeah.
At this point. So, Blair, do you know approximately at what point you'd end up having your Raven do a flyby? How close would you get?
Probably like before. I mean, probably before we started the switchback, maybe.
Okay.
Because it is like 1,000 feet or something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's 100 feet. So maybe when we're farther up the road, but not quite at the Abbey gates yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. You do see, by the way, I guess sort of when you get to the more higher point there, remember there's the pool and the shrine. You can sort of make it out there what they were talking about. All right,
Mhm.
and we'll just go on. So I'll give you a description. Please notice that the north is now to your left side, so that's why it looks it's different than what the orientation in the original.
It's
black.
all black. right
Yeah.
now.
Okay, so it is a proper battle map, isn't it? All right. Can you see it now?
No.
Nope.
Oh, yeah, we can see that.
Yep.
All good.
They think
Yes.
they're doing me a favor every time, but they always mess this up. All right. So again, as I was saying, as you can see, like north is now the left, so they've kind of done it at a 90-degree angle
Oh, I see. Yeah.
for where it is, which is one of the reasons why. Sorry, again, every time I see this after I'm seeing the other map, it's like, I'm going, what the? That don't look right. Do I have the right map? It's a yes, it is.
Mhm.
Okay, so what you're looking at there is the area. So basically the road from the village, it climbs above the mists to a wide ledge where the abbey's perched. There's a light dusting of snow-covered trees and rock and earths. The graveled road passes between two small stone outbuildings to either side, which stretch about 5 foot high, 3 foot thick wall of jumbled stones stuck together with mortar. Blocking the road are high iron gates attached to the outbuilding by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked, but at least from the Ravens' viewpoint, hard to tell. The stone abbey appears quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall. The belfry protrudes from the rooftop. of the closest northern wing, the north wing, and there is a chimney that is billowing gray smoke at the moment. In the back
Okay.
there,
Is it like? Oh,
because you're getting the full view, right? Let me just do.
yep.
You can see that. Okay, so that's more of. Sorry, start marking up. So that's there because you're getting a full viewpoint first. So that's there now. Here area, that is a graveyard. There's stunted pine trees growing out of the rocky earth. Then it's near the foundation of the abbey's north wing. The windows of the structure are cracked, panels of leaden glass. The ancient gravestones are bursting from the thin crust of snow in the yard. Below, a low wall surrounds the graveyard, the ground falling away, and of course, then the village is beneath it. You see a breathtaking view through your raven's eyes there. And then over here, there is a guardhouse that is sort of an entrance, I guess, to the gardens that are above it there, which is nestled between there. There's just rectangled garden plots enclosed by 5 foot high walls of mortar stones, and white rabbits occasionally can be seen nibbling on turnips uprooted by the cold. 2 lifeless scarecrows, stuffed gullets and sackcloth heads hang from wooden crosses plunged into the ground.
I love how you had to clarify lifeless. It's kind of game.
Yeah, this is Barovia. Of
Oh, look,
if
they
it's
have
not
dead scarecrows here,
specifically
not live
stated,
ones.
anything could be alive.
Okay.
So that is pretty much the overview that you have been able to view.
How many stories is it? That we can tell from the outside.
There are 2 for the portions of it. There are portions that have 2 floors.
Okay.
2 visible floors. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
For could have a cellar as well or something.
Okay.
You don't know, but there's 2 visible.
So still by far the biggest building in town here.
Yes, this is clearly even bigger than what the burgomaster has, if you want, because of the full.
Okay. Cool, guys.
Do I see any life other than the rabbits?
Well, yes, because they're there. Let me take a look. There is a courtyard here, which is you can see with the Abbey's entrance. These are what is it? So here there's the entrance to the Abbey, which is a 15-foot high wall that joins the 2 wings together. And it does appear that there's 2 guards standing to attention. Their features are obscured by fog. and below them is there is some 10-foot tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, there appears to be something mounted on the wall and maybe a copper plaque. You can't necessarily read
Okay.
what those are. And of course,
Got
there's
it.
a
So the
well
gates
as well.
between the buildings. Okay. So are they on the outside then? Of these gates? The guards? Like
No,
the opposite side of the well.
they're behind the battlements here. So this
Oh.
is let me sorry. Again,
So they're like on top of those rectangles?
yeah, you see here it goes in here. This is, and this whole area here is sort of is an open-ish courtyard. Okay. And these look like here this here is a gatehouse.
Mm.
And they seem to be there. There's tethering posts. Now, if you want to investigate, have them investigate a little further, you can see that there's sheds and things like that. And there's a tethering post there, and something seems to be chained to it, but
Yeah,
your
fufu.
Raven can't
Okay.
really tell at the distance, because this is really it's an overhead flight, unless you're having him, go down up close.
I'm not. Yeah, I'll just kind of speak as I see to everybody else. Generally spooky. There's for some reason guards. I don't know I've ever been to a church that's needed guards before. So there's definitely something severely off about this place.
Okay, great. Inspires me nothing but confidence.
But we have their wine, so they'll like us.
Yep.
That's the hope.
Yeah. So unless anyone's got a fancy idea, we might as well bring them their hooch. The sacrament.
I don't really have an idea, but the fact that there's a large graveyard and none of them ever age kind of worries me. At least they're a large graveyard if none of them ever age.
Well, I think it's just the abbot that doesn't age.
Oh, I thought all of them didn't.
The abbot wasn't the first one there either. The
He's
graveyard had
probably
people before him.
sucking all the life out of them.
No, he might just be an elf. Let's not be
Okay.
racist
Yeah, that's
here.
true. That's true.
Maybe they don't know what elves are here.
Very tall dwarf.
How dare you? Okay, so we're able to enter then the land. Oh, we haven't gotten there yet, I guess.
Well, no, you tell me where. Tell you what, I'm gonna put you guys.
Where's the laser pointer? I always forget.
Second.
So big.
Yeah, I know.
I thought the big square was the size, but no, there's little squares inside of those.
Big ol'
Oh,
Abby.
that's right, yeah.
So, and keep in mind, some of you guys are there. Wait a sec.
Big bear.
I don't think you're a bear at this point, are you?
No, I wouldn't be anymore. Wait, hold on. There's a couple ways I can turn it off.
Should probably heal
Also
up a little
not
bit too.
ranged.
Is it this one?
But do you guys want to take a short rest? You say you would have taken the equivalent of a short rest?
Yeah, can we say we take a short rest
It's
while they were like
traveling.
unloading the?
Yeah, I'd say even before that, after your fight, right?
Gotta roll some dice.
Back.
There we go.
Yeah, I don't think I need anything. Yeah. I am a dwarf again.
Liam, you should roll your hit dice.
Yeah, you should. You got like a third almost.
Oh yeah, I am pretty low.
I probably don't have these temporary hit points either.
Right. So, do you guys want to have a marching order? And why don't you put it as who's going, you move yourselves and then figure out what point do you want to stop? At the gates? Along here, and then make up your mind, or you're going to do something different? Because remember, you have to then figure out how to get past the gate. So you can move anywhere you want before the abbey, but I'd like to you to have an order.
Okay, our characters are our movements locked first, sir.
I keep telling it not to do
Yeah.
that, and it resets it every time.
Okay.
Yeah, me and
Um,
Barbarian probably
also,
belong in the front.
My character isn't there.
Oh,
I
sorry.
think I
You weren't
saw
invited,
someone.
Vince.
I think I saw someone merge with Van.
We forgot to tell
Okay.
you, but you're out off the team.
Fine, burn.
The only heals. Like
There you go.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think obviously Totham and whoever wants, because he's like pulling the wagon, I guess we're bringing quite a bit of wine. And then we'd all kind of just be around the wagon. So this seems about right to me.
Well, I think you probably have left the wagon there, and maybe you're just hauling a bit of a keg.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do ritual cast at the floating disc, and because
Yeah, that would make sense
Oh,
for
yeah,
this.
that'll work.
so it can hold like 500 pounds. So we'll just put like a couple barrels on it.
Okay.
All right. So I think I mean,
Or
I
just
don't think we're
move
trying to
the-
do any like sneaking in or whatever.
No, I
Right.
wouldn't think so.
So the iron gate is closed. It doesn't necessarily look locked or anything. So we just want to try to, push it open or anything.
Do the old shaven
I
haircut.
think
Why don't we just yell down there and say, "Hey, got your booze."
I think we probably like
Yeah.
like knock and push kind of thing.
Okay. Well, if you knock on the gate, it actually opens pretty easily because it's not locked, and there's this unbelievably loud
Ugh.
as it sort of opens, right? And there, what happens is that there is sort of onto the side of these gatehouse houses, two figures each sort of come out of the gate.
Hello.
Wow. Ugly.
Clearly having been moments before, and So there, I just go. Yeah. Just go. Hello. Yes. Who goes there?
We're here
I'll
with
just have
the.
like open mouths. Sorry, go ahead.
We're here with a delivery that apparently is late. Wine.
Wine. Oh, great. That's uh, fabulous. And great. It's one of them just starts going. Oh, sure. Let's get you uh to the courtyard, and I'm sure the abbot would be delighted to see you. So since you're so far you're being friendly enough and stuff, they'll walk you, sort of escorting you through the entrance of the abbey into the courtyard.
Like inside of it? Like we're
Yeah, we can go inside.
right.
Now,
Okay.
before you do, just let you know, those that I said there, the plaque you can now
Mhm.
see and read it. It says, it bears the abbey's name, and underneath which these words, "May her light cure all illness."
All right.
And you all of you, I can pretty much easily make this now that you're if you go in, the so-called guards that you saw uh were seen earlier are propped up scarecrows wearing corroded chainmail and clutching rusty spears for that. And that releases the
So I have a question about the plaque.
Mhm.
So he said that we were told that he like prayed to or visited the shrine of the Morning Lord.
Mhm.
Who does it say who the may her light cure all illness? Who that's referring to? Or can I make a
Most likely
religion check?
the same. Well, no, you don't have to make a check on that. Remember, they were telling you the tale of Saint Markovic. It's a her.
Oh, I see. Got it. So it was a
So
female priest that stood up to Strahd.
yes.
Okay, got it.
So the reference is that's to her. At least that's what you'd gather, right? And the extent, right? Since the abbey is named after her.
Mhm. Okay. Not weird or anything.
All
mean-
alone.
I mean, we're walking around with a giant bear man, so it's not that weird.
It's not really
True.
judge.
No, I'm not like these freaks though.
Shh, shh, shh.
Oh, shh.
Now, the one that had the one that looked the dwarf the shovel that's looks sort of very vaguely canine. So he barely able to speak uh there and just occasionally you hear a laugh, and it's like a donkey's bray for it, whereas the other one there's the one who's doing most of the talking, and it's a her as far as you're able to just to say for that. They will as I said, they accompanied you to it, and they ask you to wait here in the courtyard while they go and fetch the abbot.
Sure.
Okay.
Liam, you move your character.
And we throw a perception while we're waiting, just
Yeah.
looking how dire our situation is by the surroundings or something.
Okay.
You
Well,
said there was something changed to the posts.
Yeah.
yeah, once they're done there, I mean, first off, let's just start with the what you're seeing would be there's the well there. You know,
Let's go look in the well.
That's the point.
okay, that's the first. All right, I was just gonna say.
No, wait. Let's look at let's see what's around first.
No, that's
No,
fair. I mean, but
that's the point.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
the first and most obvious thing is the well.
Mm.
Okay. For that takes up your site.
You guys.
Where'd everybody go?
I only see
Then
4 people in the map.
I only see
What?
me.
Right. Still see everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, no, I'm missing missing 2.
What are y'all doing?
okay, so I was going to just describe that there's the well in front of you. You moving to do something else, or should I go continue the other points?
Nope. Go ahead. Please.
All right. You know, behind you, of course, you've got the those inner guard doors on either sides. You can see there's the building. All right, and directly would be in front of you, past the well, is some old horse trunks that are badly rotten and falling apart. Okay. Then to what would be to near the bottom there, and to your right hand side, there's both, like, looks to be chicken sheds there. But you know, the sort of shattered remains there, and you'll notice that there's a bunch of them, and you notice that they're possibly, some of those are more may be something there, as each one of these sheds is fitted with a iron padlock. Now,
On a
again,
chicken coop?
yeah. And then, as I said, you notice that there's these tethering posts. It would have been, used to be for securing wooden posts. Sorry, that used to be used for securing horses there. And you notice that there is something that is chained to that. You do need to get maybe a little closer to get a proper view if you wanted, but there is something there.
Do we
Yeah.
all want to go over?
Definitely. Slightly scooch our way over.
Okay. You go there, and the you can see that there's a creature chained to the post that's flapping some leathery wings, and takes to the air, but doesn't get far before its chains go taut. She flutters about madly, screaming some nonsense.
Humanoid or a bat?
Humanoid. There. You're looking. This is maybe 4 foot 5 inches tall. Hunched posture, long, stringy black hair hides most of their face, but it's pretty clear they have spider mandible and teeth that replace would be a normal human mouth. Its arms and wings are of a bat, as well as a cloven hoof in the place of its right foot. Um,
We're getting on the island, Dr. Monroe over here.
Yeah, the abbot of
Yeah.
Dr. Moreau.
it is what's called a and you can sort of hear shriek. They're watching me. Let's go.
I am not an animal.
Yeah.
Sorry, did
Okay.
it speak to it? Just spoke to us?
Not really, not to you directly, but it's sort of muttering things like that. You want to do an Arcana
Yeah.
knowledge check?
Oh,
Is this natural or is this a Frankenstein situation?
Based on the other two that you saw previously, you're thinking that this could be something that you've once heard of called mongrel folk.
mongrel folk.
Mongrel folk?
It's humanoids that have
Oh.
undergone or ancestors who undergone horrific magical transformations. There.
Do I think that the other two, Otto and Siegfried, are mongrel folk also?
Most likely, now that you've seen, them, it's sort of it sort of it clicks in your head that you've heard of this. It's each one of them is different. It's sort of they're a maddening combination of humanoid and animal forms. Um, there. And
Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go and ask it why do they have you chained up while your brethren walk free?
barely speaks to you, won't let you, get close. Convince powerful enemies are hunting me. I must flee. Let's go. They're everywhere.
I think she's crazy.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
What enemies? Who's hunting you?
She can't give you really, and you're
Okay.
not getting anything cognitive out of this. I mean, this is somebody that is, this is this also plays along with what you've heard from most of these individuals that are so cursed as they don't have a
Don't have a great grasp of reality.
We can ask the abbot when he comes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you betcha.
Accidentally get chained up.
Yeah.
Just go continue waiting for him then.
Okay. He comes, the abbot comes out and thought I had an image for them. Okay. It's a very handsome young man appears. He is in brown monk's robes. There is a painted wooden holy symbol depicting the sun hanging from a chain around his neck, and moves with incredible grace.
Hey, Abbott.
Oh no. I hate that guy. It always goes back to it.
Hello.
What's with the chained up people here?
Uh, I am sorry. The mongrel folk here have been trans once people of Barovia transformed into these horrid mongrel folk. Their imprisonment is the only way to contain their madness.
Some
Mhm.
townsfolk told us that they were hearing screams at night. Is this why?
As you can tell, he points to one of them. These folk, they are quite mad. Um, the sanity that is even here. Uh, of the normal folk in Barovia is even bereft of them.
Guess the land takes its toll and all.
I'll just turn around and look at Van like, what? Um, so do they seem to like show deference to him or like shy away from him or are scared of him, or do they seem to just be at ease around him?
Well, there's a certain yes and no. He clearly is giving off something. I mean, there's a deference. I don't know if there. It's hard to say if there's a terror or there is a function there for it, but he does radiate uh, something along the lines there.
Okay.
The Markovish family sends along their shipment of wine. The
Oh.
evil that plagued their vineyards has been destroyed. And the people of Barovia are free again to drink away their troubles. And pretend that everything's cool.
Very well.
Yes, it is.
Well, it's too bad we can't see the Abbey.
But here, there's not much to for it, I'm afraid. It really is just a holding place for the, of the
Criminally insane.
Yeah.
I
just
wonder if there's any beds.
Say yes, my bear friend speaks the truth. Oh, sorry. We are looking for a place to stay the night. We've been set upon by wolves and would like to stay the rest of the evening until morning so we can leave. Is there empty room?
night. I do already have a guest there, but I am certain that she would not mind being with you in done.
Do, do. If it is no
Yeah.
trouble,
Give me a sec
So-
here.
So
Don't
player
wanna-
talk. Player talk. Do we think that's who we're supposed to meet on the ally?
Maybe.
Could be.
He didn't say whether they would be here or what, but
yeah.
In the area.
Then lead on, good abbot.
Give me a moment. All right, so he'll take you upstairs to the section through the other wing that he had you. That would be, sorry, I guess the eastern wing. Takes you along top of that and into an area that are these barracks. There you meet see there's some bunk beds that have pretty much nearly disintegrated with age, lying in heaps on the wall of this 30 foot square room. And there you meet this figure.
Oh,
You're introduced, but Abbott just goes, it says, introduces to as Merelda de Riet.
Avenir.
Yeah, Vivian.
oh, she's French. Oh,
Mm,
Um,
that's a French word if I've ever seen one.
and he says, you must go. He says, I'm sorry, we don't have much there. I don't know if you'd want the slot that we normally have for us things. And Esmeralda goes, no, I'm sure we can take care of ourselves, Abbott. You have a good night now. And as she waits, for him to clearly vacate and leave. Once having done so, she turns to you and just goes, sizes you up and goes, I do not think that you are from around here.
Mm.
No.
This the time we tell the truth or what? No.
I guess
Depends
so.
who's asking.
Maybe if it's
Bunch of
wrong, then
crazy gypsies.
And she goes, okay, well, this is here, assist me. And she, as she helps, is Blair, your character, yes, it says she's clearly pairing a magic circle in this room as an added precaution here. And she goes, I can tell you men are wise. You've met the abbot. Have you met Strahd's bride that he has prepared?
What?
but
God's
no.
bride?
First we're hearing of it.
Looks and says,
Why do
I-
you say?
but you know, in motion, not that would carry the same thing, but she goes,
Okay.
she goes, he is quite mad.
Strahd or the abbot?
Well, both.
Yeah,
She goes,
so we're gathering.
He's the abbot is insane. He's created a flesh golem, stating that would be he plans to offer that Strahd as a bride, as a means to placating him and thinking that will break the curse upon us.
Maybe.
The abbot's doing that here? At the Abbey?
Yes.
Wow.
He goes, he's very
Okay.
That seems bad,
Um,
guys.
Yeah.
Well, she says, listen, I've been here for a while and I am free to go, come and go as I am a guest here at the Abbey of the Abbot. And, but the Abbot is convinced that the cure for Strahd's malady is by reuniting him with his lost love, and that would end Barovia's curse. So he has created a flesh golem made of the parts here of dead women.
Ooh, that kind.
Oh.
The abbot is giving his creation lessons in etiquette and ladylike conduct.
Is that the thing he has chained up in the courtyard?
No,
No,
no.
God, no.
Okay.
That is one of these mongrel
Hmm.
folk.
Can I like roll insight? Does she look like a flesh zombie?
Sure, go ahead.
Interesting.
Yes, she
Yeah,
does.
like you're very
Yeah.
polite. There you go.
No, but you can, you know, I'll give you this. The insight is you can notice that she is sort of she favors one leg over another, and if you can clearly see, you don't need perception check, that one of her limbs is artificial.
Hmm.
I thought Strahd's bride was. Weren't we told that his bride was at Castle Barovia, buried in a crypt or something?
Maybe
That's
the
right.
real one.
It's as I
Who's the
said, the
replacement?
abbot is insane, clearly powerful, but insane.
Yeah,
So should we
we've been told
deliver
he
the
was-
bride?
What?
We could deliver her.
I don't think we want to be traveling around with a thing like that.
No?
I don't think. Honestly, do you think Strahd would have interest in a flesh golem? If he could, he would have done so himself long ago.
What brings you to Barovia?
She looks up and down, just this is unfortunately my home. But I am a I've been looking here for my mentor. I heard that he is gone to Barovia. He was a vampire hunter. And
Oh.
he hoped to slay the most powerful vampire of them all. I've traveled here to see if I could assist him. I went to Valka, and learned about an old tower that he was using as a base. But I have not been able to find him.
What's his name? Maybe we've come across him already.
Van Richten.
Oh.
Rudolf
Van Helsing.
Van Richten.
No, shh. It's copyrighted.
Oh,
Van
oh, yeah.
Richter, come on.
Not anymore.
She-
I mean,
No,
quite a
She
lot
said
ago.
she was from.
Hmm.
She said she was from here.
No, story.
How did you get through the mists?
Vestani? They can travel to and from the mists.
Right. That's
Yeah.
how. That's
And that's how I
we got
heard
here.
How we
about
got in.
Yeah.
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 And that's how I heard about the fact that he had traveled here.
So we were told to look for you by some old seer.
Yeah, we're also brought here to do something about the Strahd situation.
Yeah, we're gonna kill him.
Shh. Jesus.
Oh,
Don't say that out loud.
we're gonna
You're like
try
5 ravens
not
fly
to.
away.
Well, that she goes.
Oh no.
Then I think that we could definitely be friends.
Oh,
Oh.
Friends are good.
you want to join us?
Is your intent to slay Strahd?
If that's what it takes to get us home.
Probably, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just
What?
want to go
You-
home.
We've killed a succubus. I'm sure it's not that much harder.
And a tree.
We've killed a variety of
We killed
stuff
a
in a
tree, yeah.
variety of ways.
We've killed some
There was-
Vistani.
Much,
Jesus.
shh.
Oh, shh, shh.
We've killed a vast collection of things.
There was some innocent people on the way, and
Yep, yep.
You guys talk way too much here.
Seems like we use the help of your mentor as well.
If he is a slayer of vampires.
Yeah, we could go look for him.
So she basically says yes. She will gladly join your party and assist you with with going after Strahd. Though she hears that if you've done a reading, that you need to know certain items and knowledge, but you've already had a reading, correct?
Yeah, Madam Ava. Yep, she gave us the cryptic skinny.
Have you been successful?
We've
As
got
of yet,
partially.
yes. One.
Yeah.
Got one.
one of the three.
Well, must
And
make
it-
haste and gather the other two.
Oh, can we ask her, would she know about what the town that's not well with a house of corruption filled with ghosts is? Where that would be?
I think that's Strahd's house. I think we were told that.
Maybe.
See here.
Yes, it was the first reading we got.
Right.
No, you were hinted at that that's possibly somewhere in Valek, where you've been and you left.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's on the way back.
You have the second one is the holy symbol of Ravenkind.
Yeah.
You got that. The sun's sword, that was you believe that treasure is hidden in a small castle beneath the mountain, guarded by amber giants. So you guys have put together that as probably the Amber Temple.
Right.
And then so
Yeah.
now you've met your ally, and now the your enemy, and
Yep.
that's possibly the broken one.
Everyone, I just had this crazy
haunts
idea.
the tomb of the man he envies above all.
Yes, I guess we know most of the places we need to go next.
Should we do something about the abbot while we're here? I mean, he's doing these unholy rites on sacred grounds.
Quick question: is he killing people, or is he just taking the dead that are already dead? Little moral conundrum here for me.
But she goes, I don't know about I don't think that he has been actively killing anyone, but you know, clearly he has been probably good to assume that he's getting the flesh from someplace, the recent dead or whatnot.
Okay, might as well
He
just
looks
make sure
pretty
and
good.
take him out.
Looks
Sorry?
pretty good for a guy who's apparently 100 years old.
Who showed up 100 years ago? We don't know how old he actually is.
I say,
Or-
wait a
Here's
minute.
point.
Yes, you said you are a vampire huntress in training. Is this guy a vampire?
No,
No.
none that I've ever encountered.
Okay.
But he's helping vampires.
Hmm.
I think everyone wants to get rid of the curse at this point.
Why
Yeah,
is
I
he so
don't know if
crazy?
mutilating corpses and chaining up folks in the courtyard is the way to do it.
Well, she goes, to be fair, I mean, yes, they are the Mongol folk. They are insane. I said, some of them would clearly, in their fits of madness, either run away or go on a killing sprees. Says it's,
Mhm.
can't be trusted. I mean, it's not the only reason why I, have additional protection here.
Yeah, why are you here, by the way? Like here in this abbey.
I had come here under the cover of darkness and made my way into the abbey so that I could maybe gain some more information about Strahd and his domain from the residents here. As you know, the abbey has a certain reputation. And I came to realize the abbot is insane. she said, the abbot told me that he is expecting Strahd to visit his bride to be, so I decided to wait here since I'm by myself for the vampire to come, so I could destroy him away from Castle Ravenloft, far from his resting spot.
Oh, that sounds like a good
Makes
plan.
sense.
Do we know
But-
anything about vampires?
No.
Doesn't seem like. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, but she says, but you know, with allies, I think, you know, we could definitely have a better chance against Throd, especially if you gather the treasures.
So maybe we leave the abbot with his little science project,
Well, unless he has treasure.
if that's gonna draw out Strahd.
We can take the treasure later. If there's any here. Yeah. Do we just want to spend the night here, then continue back on the road next day?
I mean, if she's cool with him, don't think we should be.
Okay, let's.
Going
This
on
is
a
a
murder mission.
democracy here. This is not the Barovia. Who wants to do something about the abbot? Oof.
Not
I was like, oof,
immediately.
this is painful. Okay, I did not count on we're 6, and so 3 on 3.
Well, does Esmeralda get
Oh shit!
What?
Oh yeah, that Esmeralda gets the count.
So she said that she was looking for Van Richten, but she couldn't get into his building, or she hasn't been there yet.
No,
His
she's been
office.
there. She hasn't been able to locate him for that. So he's gone. So she hasn't been able to find him at this time, right? So she's
Yep.
there. So she's been looking to do that.
What
Are you
class is she? Is she like a fighter or magic
Ranger?
user?
She was
Healer?
she was making a magic circle.
Yeah,
Did we ever
she's-
ask about that circle?
What?
I think I
Those
saw
who-
what she was making and then,
basically protection, like a ritual casting of protection from good and evil. What would have a longer period, so to speak. And then clearly she has, if you could say, she knows magic, and she has, she's armored up and carries some weapons with it, a rapier and hand axe.
Okay.
As well as a silvered sword someplace. Sword.
Hmm.
so should we be looking for, are you staying here to wait for Strahd, or are you going to look for Van Richten?
Well, no, she had been waiting here for Strahd, and she had been looking for it for Van Richten, but in the end, she couldn't find him, even though she's looked over his research and things like that. So in a way, she's just trying to take on Strahd as a means to make amends with her mentor and to impress him, so to speak, for that.
Got it.
But I mean, she is more than, like I said, I'm really trying to get across, and you guys, and if you do it, even if you fail an insight check or make it, you'll get the same result, is that she is, impressed with you guys, and since you have a very common thing, she's more than willing, to join your party here, because you share a common goal. And her plan still, even at the best, was, not 100%, right? Because based on the evidence, you need you have that evidence, you need those treasures, you need that, the time and the place, right? Hers was, when would Strahd show up? How much time would she have? Very little. So, I mean, this is a better plan.
Okay, so yeah, ultimately what I would try to get at is, should we look for the items or should we look for Van Richten? So it sounds like we should look for the items.
Yeah, I think items are a good idea too.
The items are probably precedents. I mean, and the worst thing, fear, is this is Barovia, so she's not even sure, where you could find Van Richten at this point, or if unfortunately is he truly still alive, right? We need to.
We could potentially, as we go for the items, even keep on, inquiring about him. Might find him anyway.
All right.
So we're gonna leave the abbot to his fleshy desires.
Well, no. So we got it was a 3-on-3. So Esmeralda, you get the last decision. You are now part of the Rift guys. So yeah, you pick.
Right, pick one.
Oh, we want to know if so we're 3-on-3 versus taking out the abbot. So she has the deciding vote here.
How does she feel about the abbot? I guess
We're giving her some democracy.
All right. Well, okay. What she will tell you is, well, I mean, if you put down the abbot, we'd have to put down that flesh golem, and then there is several of these mongrel folk around here. Maybe about 60.
Excuse me.
And this
he's
the
been
madhouse
busy.
alone. Yeah. So I
Okay, we
mean,
can leave him.
yeah, that's the thing. So, if they're not there, she fears that what they'll be doing. Says, well, some of them are okay. In game speak, she tries to go, basically a mongrel folk can be of any alignment, right? But those that have descended really into madness, they're such as the ones that you saw chained, right? The one that's on the post, and the ones that are in the chicken coop. They are pretty much nuts, and would be, some of them are more of the evil alignment. For that, they're not well. So, I mean, here's the thing: is that you pretty much not know what to do, and you'd probably have to slaughter all of them, and even, good or bad, just for the protection of the town. If you're prepared to go through, taking out the abbot, then, figure out what you'd have to do with the mongrel folk, and then what you'd have to, or let the town below do, because they're going to have an issue.
Sure.
Fine. I guess we'll just spend the night then. For now.
I think it's still not a bad little trap that we could set here either if we can be quick about getting the items.
A trap for Strahd?
Or Strahd if he comes.
Yeah, the idea is good.
Will he
Well,
come?
yeah, that's the thing. What the abbot thinks, and Esmeralda, is
Yeah.
just going, well, maybe. There's no guarantee, right?
Okay.
Honestly, hands up. One a better way. Hands up. How many of you think Strahd is actually going to be interested in a flesh golem?
Back
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah, no.
Here, let me.
Okay, I'm
Guess
gonna
it'll take care of itself.
either way, I'm gonna set up alarm outside the room. Oh,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
Just
said
so.
Oh, that's what she looks like?
No, not necessarily, but this is
Oh.
what you guys need.
Yeah.
Your experience. You know what golems are, and that's kind of
Yeah.
what your brain is putting together for what
Ooh.
the flesh golem would be looking like. Yeah.
But like, could we convince him, the abbot, that we take this flesh golem to Strahd and have it as an
Oh,
ally?
Strahd is coming.
That's
Yeah,
what
but
he thinks.
if we wanted it as an ally,
Isn't it going to
Could
be trained to be a paramour for Strahd, though?
or the abbot at least.
oh,
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we break here, and you guys can think about, what exactly you wanted to do, and you can, have a vote and discuss amongst yourselves. There's the Discord, and if you come up with any thoughts on what you can like to do for that, and let me know. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put an alarm in the hall just in case. I know she's got her circle, but
Fair enough.